welcome to Barre with Mary. It is day 1 of your spring reset. I am so excited for these 4 weeks. 30 minutes a day, all about you. Reset to you. Come back to you. Check back in with you. Some of these classes are going to be fast-paced and challenging, and that's going to be where you reset yourself, coming back to what you're physically capable of. And some of these classes, are going to be much slower paced, and the challenge is going to be slowing down and being in that moment rather than wanting to just rush right through it. It's going to be a blast. I'm really excited. So today's class is going to be more on the physical challenge side of things. It is a full body bar class. All you need is a dish towel. So I grabbed plain old dish towel. If you are on carpet, go ahead and grab a dish towel and something that can act as a slider on carpet. So anything smooth, a hardcover book, a magazine, an upside down frisbee, as silly as that sounds, works really well. Paper plate. To pause me, get whatever you need, and then go ahead and take that dish towel, and if you have an extra slider, toss it off to the side. You don't need it quite yet. And you're going to start with your feet in parallel. I'm going to turn in profile. Heels under the sits bones. All 10 toes are pointing forward. I want you to inhale, lift the shoulders up. And as you exhale, roll them back and down, really opening across the chest. Now, next inhale, you're going to hinge your hips back and allow your torso to fold forward. As you exhale, I want you to bend your knees, really reaching your hips way back, coming into a squat position. Sweep the arms up, lifting the thumbs up towards the ceiling, and then soften the shoulders. Inhale, push through the heels, stand. Exhale, hips reach back, squat. Keep going. It's lift and squat. Go up and down. As you move, connect with your breath. Use your inhale to lengthen. And use your exhale to engage your abdominals a little bit more. So you're allowing the sides of the waist to wrap in, and you're allowing the front low ribs to soften down. 4 more, go 4, 3, 2, last one. I want you to hold this one low, sweep the arms back, let the palms face towards the floor. Sweep the arms forward, soften the ribs. Squeeze the elbows into the sides, and then extend the arms long up overhead. Stay strong in the core, keep that pattern, sweep it back. Sweep it up, squeeze it down, and lift it up. Keep going. Open the chest, soften the shoulders, shoulder blades squeeze, shoulder blades spread wide. 2 more, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, last one. Sweep it back, sweep it up, squeeze it in, reach it out. Let the hands fold down to the heart and step that left foot back. Rotate to face me and let your hands drop to your inner thighs, taking a little sway. So my legs are externally rotated here. I'm turned out. Opening through the hips, opening through the inner thighs. If it feels good to take a little twist, do that. And be sure you switch sides. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. As you inhale, I want you to lift the chest. Seeing if you're able to stack the shoulders over the hips. You may not be there yet, that's okay. Squeeze the elbows into the side and sink the hips low. Go reach, pull, reach, pull, reach, pull, reach. Big side stretch here. Lifting up to the opposite heel of the direction you're reaching. Yes. So you're opening up to the side body. And if this bothers your shoulders, you're just going to take it forward. Beautiful. You're going to keep going with this leg movement. Going side to side, but take it across. Go twist, 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 twist. So now, not only is my heel lifting, but my whole leg is twisting and rotating internally and externally. So I get a little bit more lubrication for my hip joints, as well as a little twisting through the spine. Go for 3, 2, last one. Hold it center, sink the hips low, sweep the arms wide. Inhale, exhale, sink low. Again, inhale, sink low, exhale. Just hold 3, just hold 2, just hold 1. Inhale, rise up, turn the toes to parallel and forward folds. Take a minute, maybe close your eyes, and take a moment, I should say, to reset. Check back in with your breath. Maybe you're swaying your hips or your upper body. Maybe it feels good to shake out your shoulders, shake out your hands. It doesn't matter what it looks like, right? Let this feel good. Let this feel activating. And let this feel centering. One more big breath. And as you exhale, I want you to curl your way over to your left foot and drop yourself down to all fours. I'm gonna fold my mat just to give myself a little bit of extra cushion on my knees and a little bit of extra space as we come into some slider work. Before we come to that slider work, I want you to tuck your toes. I want you to push down through your palms and really squeeze the thumbs in towards center. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to lift your knees just an inch or two off of your mat. Really short hover here in this bear plank. Just an opportunity to press the floor away and spread your shoulder blades really wide. So you're feeling the back body really strengthen as you draw the abdominals up to help support the length in the low back. Just hold it here for 4. Hold it here for 3. Hold it here for 2. Lift the hips high, downward dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Lift the heels. Bend the knees. Take it back to your hover. From here, tap the forearms down. Send the legs back. Forearm plank. Hold and breathe. Press down to the forearms. And then really actively pull the elbow tips back towards the hip points. Take a big inhale, and as you do that, reach the heels back and reach the crown of the head forward. On your exhale, feel the front low ribs hug in as you draw them up. Feel the hip points wrap towards each other, and then lift the low belly, really strengthening the whole front line of the body. Hold it here for 4. Hold it here for 3. Hold it here for 2. Tap the knees down, come back to all fours. Grab your slider. Now this slider is going to come underneath your right hand. Your left hand can be on the floor. If you need that cushion, go ahead and slide yourself over so you can keep your left hand on your mat. From here, extend the legs out, find your high plank. The left hand is going to stay strong and stable here. The right arm is going to take a little circle. A little circle. A little circle. Now it does not matter which direction you're going at all because we're going to switch. As you take those circles and you find you need a little bit more support, you can tap your knees down, or you may notice I just took my feet a lot wider. Reverse your circle, a little circle. So a lot of work here into the left arm, the left shoulder, a lot of work here into the obliques, keeping that right hip in line with your left, not allowing it to lift and open. You have 4, you have 3, you have 2. Maybe back at center, take a big inhale. Now on your exhale, you have the option to drop to your knees, which is the option I'm going to take. You do not have to by any stretch. The right arm is going to slide forward. As you slide that right arm forward, I want you to take a chaturanga push-up with your left arm, squeezing the elbow in towards the ribs. Press back up, pulling the right arm back into center. Now exhale, slide your right arm out to the right. As you do that, shift your weight over and take a traditional push-up. Come back to center, pulling your right arm back in. That's the pattern. Let's go. Slide it forward. Chaturanga push-up. Squeeze it in, take your time, yes. Slide it out. Traditional push-up. Press it up and slide it in and keep going. Slide it out. Chaturanga push-up. Squeeze it, slow it down, yes. Out to the right. Take it down. Take it up and squeeze it in. 2 more like that. Now as you take this chaturanga push-up, keep those shoulders nice and soft. And as you slide out to a traditional push-up, arms, elbows are going to go to about 45 degrees. Last one. Squeeze it in. Take it out. Bend it down. Yes. Now come back in. Slide that right arm forward. Take your chaturanga push-up and find a hold. 4. A little bit lower. 3. 2. Press yourself back up to your knees, grab your dish towel. Now if you prefer to stand, do it. Roll that dish towel up to give yourself a little rope looking thing. Underhand grip the dish towel, pull out on it, take a bicep curl, and reach. Go in, and reach. So I love using non-traditional props, like a dish towel, for nothing else than when you travel. This is ideal for when you travel because there's always a hand towel, right? And you can grab that. The key, if you're using something like a towel, to creating more resistance for yourself is to really pull out on that towel. So try to rip the towel in half, drawing the hands away from each other. Go 4, 3, 2. Now I want you to stop halfway and just pull out on the towel. Go little pull, little pull, little pull. Now I'm guessing you're feeling a lot more heat in your left arm than your right. I promise we're gonna even that out. Just notice that. That's resetting, right? That's resetting back to you. That's checking in with your body. That's paying attention. That's great. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold that, pull out, go little press, little lift, little lift. We're coming down back to that high plank. This time the slider is gonna go underneath your left hand. Right arm will get the work. Go 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2, slider back to the ground, fold it up however you need to. Take your left hand onto the slider, take your right hand onto the floor, or again, shift yourself over if you need the mat for a little cushion. Extend the legs out, find that high plank position. Now for more support, you can walk your feet a little bit wider, or of course you can tap down to your knees. Little circles with the left hand, little circle, a little circle. Take it around. And around. So now you're getting a ton of work into that right supporting shoulder and arm, but you're also really firing up through the obliques, keeping the left hip in line with the right. Yes. Reverse your circle. A little circle. A little circle. So it can be really easy here to lift your left hip bone up. Use your exhale to draw the front side of the body in and up. 4 more. Go 4, 3, 2. Bring it back to center. Big inhale. Option as you exhale to tap the knees down. You want to stay on your toes? You're such a rock star. I love it. Inhale here. As you exhale, slide that left arm forward. It's a chaturanga push-up with the right elbow. Slowly squeeze your way back to center. Now left arm slides out to the left. You shift your shoulders between your hands. Traditional push-up. Press it up. Yes, that's your pattern. Take it out. Chaturanga push-up. Squeeze it in. Slowly. Take it out to the left. Take your push-up. Press it up. And squeeze in. Keep going. Chaturanga push-up. Lift it up. Yes. Take it out. Take it down. Take it lift. You have 2 more sets. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Squeeze it in. Last time. Go. Chaturanga push-up. Squeeze it in. Slide it out. Lift it up. Squeeze it in. Now take that left arm out. Find that right side chaturanga push-up and hold it. 4. Get a little lower. 3. You got this. 2. Press back up to your knees. Grab that dish towel. This time wrap it back behind your back and take an overhand grip for some tricep work. You're going to hinge your torso forward and start to pull out on the towel. Go little pull, little pull, little pull. Wrists are long. Palms are facing towards the floor. Again, if this is uncomfortable on your knees, please feel free to stand. That's totally fine. As you pull out on the towel, feel your collarbones get nice and wide, but then don't lose that deep engagement in your core. You have 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. You're going to hold that pull out and just lift a little lift. Little up, little up. Both arms are taking a little lift. Now really focus on getting the arms as straight as you can and continuing to pull out on the towel. You're here for 16, 15. You have a hold. breathe. My arms are running. You're here for 8, 7. It's just 4, 3. You're gonna hold that lift. You're gonna pull out on the towel a little deeper as you inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to lift the arms a little higher. It's 4. Pull the towel for 3. You're here for 2. Sweep the towel in front of you and take a seat. Now both feet are gonna come onto your towel or your slider, whatever you're using as a slider today. You're gonna flex the feet. You're gonna sit nice and tall. I want you to extend the arms forward as you inhale. And as you exhale, you're gonna hinge back. Down one more time. Inhale, sit tall, push through the sit bones. Exhale, wrap the rib cage in and hinge it back. Now from here, you have 2 choices. You can stay in a neutral pelvis, where you're really more of a V shape, or if it feels more successful for you, I want you to tip your pubic bone up towards your belly button. So you round the low back, and you really make more of a J curve shape here. Take a minute, try both. Check back with you. What feels more successful in working your abdominals and relaxing your hip flexors just a little bit. Once you've found it, extend the arms. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, I want you to send both legs out and hinge back 1 more inch. As you inhale, I want you to pull knees and chest in towards each other. It's exhale out, inhale in. It's exhale out and inhale in. At any point, if this is really intense on your hips, you can hold back behind your thighs. That little extra support is a great way to get a little more love and focus into the abdominals. If you still need more support, hands behind you, you'll bend the elbows and squeeze everything in. Yes, exhale, inhale, 3 more, exhale, inhale, 2 more, it's reach, and pull. The last one, go reach. Now I want you to stop halfway in and just go a little in, little pull, little reach, little curl, little in. So heels are pulling in just an inch, rib cage is folding down, and my heart is reaching 1 inch towards my toes. Yes, you're here for 16, 15. Maybe close your eyes. Take any modification that gets you deeper. You're here for 8, 7. Yes, you're here for 4, 3, 2, hold it. Now for this variation, I'm gonna go ahead and take my hands behind me and point my fingers forward, just for a little bit of extra support. Take an inhale. On your exhale, I want you to send your legs out to the right side. And if your hands are behind you, you're gonna bend that left elbow. Inhale yourself back to center. Send your legs to the left. If your hands are behind you, bend that right elbow. Inhale back to center. Let's go. It's reach and in. Exhale, inhale, go reach and pull. Now if you're doing this without the support, hands are still extended. Yes. For me, I find I really get into my hip flexors more than I want to. So I love this modification because it really helps me get into the deep core. You have 4 sets. You have 3 sets. Yes. 2 more. Last one. Here's your hold. Hold at center. Big breath. Could you release your hands forward if they're behind you? Could you extend your legs out in front of you? Feel that opening through the front of the hips. Use that to get a little deeper. Draw the pubic bone up. Hug the ribs in and down. Maybe float your arms up 6 inches. Close your eyes. You're here for 4, 3, get lower. 2, rock yourself all the way up to a seat. Cross your legs and find your way up to a standing position. You'll keep your slider with you. Now, if you are just dying for more arm work, you could totally grab some weights for this. So pause me if you need. If you're with me and just want to do lower body, let's do it. Left foot's on the slider, right foot's on your mat. Anchor down through that right heel and square your hips off here. So you're nice and square through the pelvis. You're gonna stay square through the pelvis for this whole first set. Big breath in. And as you exhale, you're gonna hinge your torso forward. You're gonna slide that slider way back behind you and deeply bend to this front right knee. Now drive down through the right heel as you come up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it right back down. 3, 2, 1. Press it up. 3, 2, squeeze at the top, go down, 2, yes. So we're starting a series here, isolating the right leg. So this is going to be right quadricep, right glute, and right hamstring. We're going to work all of it on the right side. And then we'll take the same pattern, working the left side. So maybe take a minute, slow yourself down. Big breath in, slow exhale. 2 more, go lift. 2, 3. Use that big deep breath to come back to this moment, to come back to you. This last one, I want you to take it down and I want you to hold it low. Pull that back left foot in, slide it out. Pull the left knee in and slide it out, yes. So nothing is changing in any other part of my body. My shoulders are still stacked over my front right knee. Right heel is driving down into the mat. Right hip is pulling back. And I'm gonna stay low into this right leg. So I really start to fatigue the entirety of the right leg. Go 4. And reach. Go 3. And reach. Come back to those breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. I want you to stop just halfway and drop the hips, little down, little drop, little drop. So my back left knee is stacked underneath my left hip. I'm going to draw this left hip bone forward and feel my inner thighs squeeze in towards each other. Now keep that engagement of your inner thighs, but pull your right hip bone back. Now get lower. You're here for 16, 15. Things will change. You're going to rotate to face me. Not yet. 8. Get a little deeper. Go 4, 3, 2. Inhale, extend that left leg long. As you exhale, I want you to quarter turn to face me and find a lateral lunge. So all 10 toes are pointing toward me. The left toes are still on that slider. Right heel is still grounding down and my hips are pulling way back. Slowly, you're gonna pull it up. 4 counts. Go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips back. 3, 2, 1. Yes, go lift. 3, squeeze that right glute and take it down. 3, beautiful. Now as you come up, you're gonna push through your right heel. And as you come down, just like in warm up, the first thing you do is take your hips back. So what that's gonna do is keep this right knee strong behind your right toes. Really bringing the work into the quadricep and the glutes, rather than taking it into the front part of the knee, which is really not where you want to work. Last 1, 2, 3. Hold this one down and just come little up, little down, little lift, little lower. Push through the right heel. So bring yourself up 1 inch. So not coming all the way to stand, right? Staying in this deep contraction for the right leg. Go a little up, little down, little squeeze, little reach. This is it. Standing up. We're going to lay back on our back. We're going to keep our right foot down into our mat. So we'll continue to work into the right glute. You're here for 4. You have a hold in 3. You're there in 2. Hold it low. Big breath in. On your exhale, I want you to send your left toes out 2 more inches as you pull your right hip back. You're back on your back. Right foot stays planted. In 4, 3, 2. Lay back on your back. Keep that right foot planted down into your mat. Float the left leg up and cross it over like a little figure 4 stretch. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to push through your right heel and squeeze your glutes to lift your hips just a few inches off your mat. Just like that, go tap the seat, squeeze to lift, it's tap, squeeze, tap, squeeze. You can do whatever feels comfortable for you with your arms. So it can be helpful to take them onto your ribs as a little reminder to keep the ribs wrapping in and softening down. That can also get a little tense in the shoulders. So maybe you just want to let your arms rest to your side too. You have 4 more. Go 4, 3, 2, You're gonna hold the seat lifted. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, soften your rib cage down so you're not arching your low back. Now, if you want a little more, you're gonna extend that left leg straight up to the ceiling. Little lifts of the seat, go little lift, little lift, little lift, little squeeze, go little up, pushing through the right heel. Yes, keeping the left hip lifted in line with the right. And then as you lift the seat, it's because you're squeezing your right glutes, not because you're letting your rib cage flare open. Go 16. You have one more variation for this right leg and a final hold. You're there in 8, you're there in 6, you're there in 4, 3, 2, hold that lift. Now I want you to externally rotate this right leg. So take the thigh bone and turn it out. My right toes are gonna also externally rotate just a few inches. From here, if you want a little bit more, take your left leg out to the left, just a few inches, yes. Now press that right thigh bone, little out, little press, little squeeze, little squeeze. So outer right glute is on fire, at least for me it is. Little squeeze, little press. So you may not be able to see this movement because it's pretty small, but feel like the right leg is a little butterfly wing and you're flapping it, little out, little press, little press. Yes, you're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. I want you to hold that press out, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the seat higher, and hold. You're here for 4. You're here for 3. Soften where you can for 2. Drop the seat, hug the knees in. Take a minute, rock yourself side to side. However you want to find your way back up to a standing position, let's do it. Taking that whole series on the other leg. Left foot is going to be on your mat, and our right foot is going to be on your slider. Let me just set my space up here really quickly. Hips are square. Left heel anchors down into your mat, and right hip spirals forward. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, slide that right leg back, bend through the left knee, and hinge your torso forward, so shoulders stack over that front left knee. Slowly lift it up. 2, 3, 4. Slide it back. 2, 3, 4. Again, it's lift. 2, 3. Take it down, go down. So in a class like this, when we're looking to get the whole body working in a pretty short period of time, it can feel a little chaotic, right? So take a minute here where this really isn't chaotic. Get those big, long breaths in and those big, long breaths out. Recenter yourself back to you. And maybe take a moment and notice, does this side feel easier or more challenging than the other side? And that's not because you should judge yourself. That's because that is information about yourself that you can then take with you in the future, right? 2 more, lift. 2, 3. Take it down. 2. Last one, push that left heel. Slowly rise up. Take it down. 2. Hold it low, that right leg pulls in and out. Little in and back. It's pull and reach. So again, nothing is changing in any other part of my body than my right leg. My shoulders are still stacked over my front left knee. The more I can pull my left hip back and bend a little deeper into this left knee, the more work I'm gonna get into my glute, into my quadriceps, and absolutely into your hamstring as well. 4, 3, 2. Now I want you to stop halfway and go a little drop, little down, little down, little down. Inner thighs squeeze in towards each other. Back right knee is underneath your right hip. And then left hip bone is drawing back as a right hip draws forward. So you're nice and squared through the pelvis. It can be really easy in this position to let your pelvis rotate towards the back leg. But then you're not getting all the work you could be, all that energy you could be using into that left leg. Go 8, 7, get a little lower. You're here for 4, 3, 2, hold it low. Inhale, stretch the right leg. As you exhale, quarter turn to face me, lateral lunge, hips back. Push to the left heel, take it up for 4, 3, 2, inner thighs squeeze, take it down, 2, 3, keep going. Again, as you lift up, really initiate by pushing through your left heel. Go push, and then slow it down. As you come down, hips back is the first thing you want to think about. Go lift, 2, 3, find your breath. You are very close to the very end of this class. You're doing amazing. This is a challenging class. Breathe. And know that this is for you. This is all for you. So if you need to take a modification, if you need to take a break, if you want to add weights, do it. Last one, 2, 3. Last one down, 2. You're going to hold this one low and just come up an inch, down an inch, little lift, little lower, driving through the left heel to lift yourself up 1 inch, and then really reaching those right toes out and pulling your left hip back to come down an inch. Little lift, little lower. Spine is long. Notice if your rib cage will start to flare open as you get tired. Use that exhale to wrap the ribs in. Yes, 4 more to your hold. Go 4, 3, 2. Hold this one low. Pull the left hip back, and then reach the right toes out 2 more inches as you sink lower. You're on your back, left foot will be planted. In 4, get deeper, 3, get deeper, 2. On your back, left foot plants. Right leg crosses over in a little figure 4 position. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, push through your left heel, squeeze your glutes, and lift the hips up. Tap the seat down, squeeze the lift. Let's go, it's tap, squeeze, tap, squeeze. So take a minute here and do a little scan. Notice if you're gripping your eyebrows in or clenching your jaw, if your shoulders are up by your ears, if you're really gripping through your fingers or through your toes. Try to find softness anywhere you can so that you're not wasting that energy there, but you're putting all that energy into your abdominals, into your glutes. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold this lift. You can stay here in a figure 4, or for a little more intensity, extend your right leg up. Little lifts with the left seat. Go little lift, little lift, little lift. Right hip lifts just a little higher, so you maintain the alignment of the pelvis. As you squeeze the left glute to lift your seat, check in that you're not also arching the back. So the ribs are hugging in, and they're softening down towards the mat. Beautiful. So you have neutral through your low spine. Go little lift, or as neutral as you can be here. Go little lift, little lift. 8 more, go, 8, 7. You're here for 4, 3, 2, you're gonna hold that lift. Now toe heel, walk your left foot out just slightly, externally rotating the left leg. If you need a little bit more, take your right leg out to the right about 6 inches. Left thigh bone presses, out, out, out. Yes, go a little press, so I feel this firing up the whole outer part of my left glute into my outer left side of my hamstrings. Yes, you're here for 16 and a hold. We'll just take a final hold with both feet down to center ourselves. Go 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold it right here. Inhale. Exhale, push through the left heel and squeeze the left glute. Lift a little higher. Now stay lifted. Just lower your right leg down and bring it to match your left. So you're externally rotating both legs, turning them out just slightly so they're pointing towards 11 and 1. Push through your heels, squeeze the glutes, and then see if you can lift your seat up just a little higher. This is it, this is class. I want you to drive down through both heels. Now without actually moving your legs, imagine dragging your heels back towards your glutes and really fire up your hamstrings. Maybe send the fingertips up. Stretches on deck in 4, You're there in 3. You're there in 2. Tap the seat, hug the knees, woo, and rock side to side. Awesome work. Big breath in, big breath out. Take your arms out to a cactus or a T-shape. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, let them fall to the left. And your left hand comes to rest on your right thigh. Just a little extra weight here. Feel the right hip falling away from you towards the bottom of the mat. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale your knees back to center. Exhale, let them fall to the right. Maybe your right hand comes to rest on your left thigh for a little added weight. Feel the left hip reaching away from you so you really open up to the whole left side of the body. Big exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale your way back to center. Send the legs out, send the fingertips up overhead and take a first morning stretch, reaching everything long, letting the ribs open, letting the back arch, and just stretching the whole front line of the body. Big breath. Big exhale. You can stay right where you are, or if you prefer to come up to a seat, join me up on a seat. Any position that feels good for you. Together one more time, big breath. Exhale. You made it through day 1 of your spring reset. I am so excited that you are here with me. I hope I see you again on Wednesday. We have an upper body class. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be fun. It's going to be quick and dirty, honestly. Any feedback, any questions, please reach out to me. I cannot wait to see all the things you do to come back to you. And I'm really excited for this adventure that we're on. Have a great day.